Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how you can go from this to this. So first you need a zipper from a haberdashery store or from Hobbycraft or something, and you just want to cut it so it looks a bit more realistic on your face. Then you want to take some latex and, oh yeah, it smells a bit funky. And I'm going to use a cotton tip to apply this to like my forehead and down the sides of my nose and stuff so that my zipper can stick. You also want to make sure that your zipper is open but close a little bit at the top so it looks like your face has been zipped open. If you have sensitive skin, be careful when using latex because you might have a reaction to it, so you might want to patch test first. So I'm using some Carmex lip balm, and then I'm just going to go straight into my foundation. So I'm using the Bobbi Brown BB cream in the shade Fair and a Real Techniques Beauty Blender to blend it out. I'm also making sure I'm going over the zip so it matches with my skin colour. Then I'm taking Maybelline Fit Me and just covering up those face demons. Make sure that if you're using like a wand on it, make sure that your blemishes aren't active, so they are scarring, because otherwise you might get lots of bacteria in your concealer. Then I'm taking an NC15 Pro Longwear from MAC, and I'm putting this underneath my eyes just to like brighten them up a bit and hide those dark circles. And then I'm just going to bake the face using a translucent powder. So I'm moving on to my eyes, I'm using the Naked Basics palette from Urban Decay, and I'm taking the shade Foxy and put this all over my eye just to make sure that all colours I put over top will blend nicely and I have an even base. Then I'm taking the shade WOS and Naked 2 mixed together, and I'm just going to put this as a transition shade in my crease, and then I will take the shades Faint and Naked 2 together on a Luxe Definer, I think it's called, from Zoeva, and just putting this in my crease a bit more precisely. I'm making sure I'm keeping more on the outer third of my eye. Then taking the shades Faint and, what's this shade called? Crave, that's the one. And I'm using a pencil brush from Zoeva and just putting this on the outer corners of my eyes just to make it really dark and mysterious. You need a lot of patience when using a black eyeshadow, so make sure you blend in between, so you build up and blend, because you don't want to go in with lots of black straight away because it's going to be really hard to blend out. Oh, wrong way. Now I'm using the shade Foxy and putting this on the first half of my lid because then I'll have like a really nice gradient eye effect. Now I'm taking an eye kohl from Soap & Glory and I'm tightlining, also putting this on my bottom lash line. I wore the eyeliner to school like the way I'm doing it now, and I got quite a lot of compliments on it, so I thought I'd show you today. Yeah, I'm using a smudger brush from Zoeva just to blend out that eyeliner from the lash line. Then I'm just dusting away the bake and setting a light layer of powder over my face, and this is Rimmel Stay Matte. Now I'm taking the Makeup Revolution trio, face trio. I'm taking the contour bronzer shade and slightly chiseling out those cheekbones before moving on to blusher. I really like this blusher because it's a nice autumn, plum matte shade, and I like to put this on my cheekbones and then a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. Then I'm taking the highlighter, which is a gorgeous champagne pink, and just putting this on the tops of my cheekbones. I would usually put it on my nose and Cupid's bow, but I can't because I'm putting face paint over the top. Then I'm taking the shades Naked 2 and Faint again and using this to fill in my eyebrows because they make really good eyebrow colour. And I'm just setting those in place using some brow gel from the collection. It's called a Colour Lash, so it's a clear mascara, but it's actually works really well for brow gel. It's quite a good dupe for Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And taking the Soap & Glory Thick and Fast Mascara because I thought I'd have a change from my Maybelline Lash Sensational, and I'm just coating my top and bottom lashes with this. This is a really good dupe for YSL Shocking Mascara. Yeah, the formula and brush are very similar, and so is the packaging actually. Next thing you want to do is take some cotton pads and break them up so they look a bit like rugged, and you want to get some latex and put it on there. You'll see why in a minute, but you do not need a lot of wool at all. You only need a little bit of that. I use it a bit like Santa. I look a bit like Santa right now, but I fix it in the end. Yeah, so I'm just putting that all over the place where my zipper is. It smells funky. Yeah, basically I'm going over it with black face paint in a minute, and it makes my skin look really dull and like old. It looks really cool. You have to like look closely. I'll do a close-up soon. And then I'm taking some latex and just stiffening up that wool, so that it's easier when I apply face paint over top. So now I'm just going in with the black face paint and just putting that all over the place where the zipper is inside, also including my mouth. And please try to stay inside the lines. I was quite messy with this. So you should end up with something like this. And then I'm taking some red lipstick just to give a little red twang to the look, to make it look a bit more like bloody, you know what I mean? It only works a little bit. So this next bit, I'm really sorry it's out of focus, but it is literally just drawing white lines on my mouth. Literally just white lines to make them look like teeth. I'm not making them thick at the moment, literally just white lines. You haven't missed much. Yeah, so back in focus, and then I'm taking some black face paint and I'm just like making the black more defined, and I'm gradually building up the white as well. If you have the ratio black to white, you want to have more white than black, because with the teeth are white, not black, so it makes common sense. Yeah, so just make sure you have more white than you have black. It also takes off quite a few layers, so yeah, just keep that in mind. Then I'm drawing a little nose, so I'm basically drawing like two mountains on either side of my nose, and it basically just makes like a skeleton nose effect, and then I'm just dragging up the colour. This is my favourite part, the blood. So I'm basically taking a red lip gloss. This is from PS Love, and it's quite pigmented. I just don't really like it that much. And it's got a really similar consistency to like blood. So I'm basically putting it on the outer perimeters of where the zip's been opened, so it looks like my skin has been like stretched and cut. That's nice, isn't it? So also make sure you bring it up to the top of the zip as well. And yeah, just get all around the outer perimeter of the zip. So here's a little close-up for you to show you what it looks like. So that's the finished look. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, please give a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye!